Hello ladies and gentlemen, SaNC here, bringing you yet another week of the KCM. We're starting off with a fantastic matchup, Protoss versus Zerg. Let's start in game number 1. Alright, here we go. We've got Mini in the top right hand corner, and down here in the bottom left we've got Jaedong. That's right, Jaedong, world famous, clearly one of the favorites of foreign fans out there. Always get a lot of comments about that. And he's coming out first here to take on Mini on Odyssey. Odyssey, that 2-gas map with the back natural behind the gate. It is quite a strange map, but we've had some very interesting games in Protoss versus Zerg on this map. The players don't come to mind right now. I think it might have been Mini versus Sulky or something like that on this map that was just an insane game. I've got it on my my list here for best games of the year. I'm going to release that. Maybe I'll make a video about it, put all the best games for 2022 into a single video for you guys, or my favorite picks anyway. Put them all into a single video and then and release that with a fresh commentary, maybe, or just my old commentary. Either way, I think that would be fun. Good addition to the channel. If you have a game that you thought was really fantastic, if you could link me in the comments, that would be awesome. Some of them I will of course have missed, but anyway, that's a topic for another day. For now, we've got Mini here coming in with the scout. He is going gateway first, so we're trying to put on a little pressure here to the man himself, Jaedong. Can you get it down? Oof. Does not quite land that hatchery, and this is going to delay quite a bit here. Oh man. The pylon as well. Super frustrating. With 1 HP on the probe. Gonna come back in here and get another scout of the main. That's got to be frustrating for Jaedong, who's now going to be throwing down his third here in the center left. That's going to leave some vulnerability as well for our Zerg hero. He's only got a couple of links coming out here. The Zealots making its way towards the third base, and this could be quite a bit of pressure. Oh, again with the block. So frustrating. These lings are actually way on the other side of the map. They haven't seen... Oh my gosh, they haven't seen this Zealot. They are going to get in here and start to deal some damage, but the hatchery gets thrown down in the inefficient position. It's like 4 more lings are going to come forward, but a second Zealot is here. So 2 Zealots and a probe versus 4 lings. Easy win for the Protoss in this situation. We got 6 lings now, but he is going to take the ramp and can get behind the mineral patches in the main base as well. He's just going to get a scout of everything here in the main. Really good control so far for Mini. He sees everything that's going on here. Is going to get behind these mineral patches as well, and just makes it more and more frustrating. This is getting pretty bad for Jaedong, though. He does manage to finally get the surround here and takes out these Zealots and probe without losing any drones or anything catastrophic like that. For now, he's just slightly hiccuped here with quite a few lings having been produced. His build is going to be a little bit slow, and we don't see him throwing down a layer just yet. So I'm going to be predicting now a Hydralisk Den here in just another moment. There's the Forge. Forge is coming up. Oh, this probe is so clutch. It's going to make it here into the main unless the lings here at the natural can block it. Looks like they don't. He's focusing here on the natural, trying to kill this gateway if he can. Oh, man, this is really dangerous moment here for Mini. A third Zealot does pop out. He's going to surround the Zealot on the outside. One of them going to go down here. He's going to get behind this Zealot here at the bottom as well. Oh, it just manages to slip by barely. But the gateway is getting very, very low, and Lings are getting through in the top. He is going to jump on the cannon. Cannon goes down. Cannon goes down. Lings just rushing across the map. Tons and tons of Lings being produced here. He's going to get some damage here in the main. Immediate cannon in the main base as well. Love that move. The gateway about to go down here. He's diving back on top of the cannon. Lings from the main coming for the cannon, actually fighting against the Zealot here first though, and only 2 Lings get on top of this cannon. He is going to protect for now. Really good play here from Mini, bringing out the probes to block here and keeping his cannon alive just a little bit longer. Main base cannon about to finish up, so with this second cannon finishing in the natural, he should be able to hold from here. 3 more Lings into the main. That's quite a few Lings in the main base now. Gonna be able to oh wait, no, only 3. Excuse me, I thought more ran by a little earlier, but he is going to be able to snag some buildings on the edge of the base here. Killing off that pylon is really, really good. Are there going to be more Lings produced here, or is he going to transition? Another gateway comes up. So it's going to be very difficult to make it through this tight location now. If he wants to go with his Lings, oh, he can't get on that. Wanted to kill the assimilator if he could, but yeah, it looks like more drones coming up. Hydralisk Den, as predicted. Hydralisk Den on the way. He is going to try and bust from here. Quite a few probes have gone down. Things have been hiccuped a little bit for Mini. He doesn't have his Stargate just yet. It's going to come up now, but Hydras are going to be popping a lot sooner than a Corsair can come out here. And oh, he's actually going to add on another hatchery. Okay. So perhaps a bit more of an economical Hydra bust here. He does want to get more efficient mining, of course, over at that natural, but getting the hatchery at this point is going to really slow down the Hydralisk bust. It's possible he won't even try to bust at all. Maybe just produce a few Hydras and come across here, put that pressure on in the front. More cannons coming up in the front as well for Mini. Mini kind of sensing a follow-up push here, a follow-up bust, is going to invest quite a bit into these cannons, and that could really go in Jaedong's favor. If he does in fact go for just a few Hydras to break down the wall, he'll get those buildings for sure, and the cannons will be mostly useless here. Trying to break down this back Xel'Naga Temple. Not really anything behind here, but that does open up the pathway to destroy that base should Mini attempt to grab that location. Now seeing the Hydras, you can see just at the same moment that the Hydras are arriving here, the Corsair is popping out, so no early warning at all. Luckily for Mini, he did throw down those early cannons there, but not too many more Hydras actually being produced. Only 2 back at home, about 6 here in the front, 7 now arriving. He should be able to get this forge. The moment that his range finishes, this forge is going to be taken down rather quickly. Oh, just barely in range there, still getting hit by this cannon. Oh, that's going to go down. Unfortunately, losing that cannon. Even the best of the best can't keep those Hydras from running forward. Sometimes the aggro is pretty darn annoying. Here we go. He's gonna get this forge, trying to get a few get a Zealot in the way just to eat a little bit of damage. Oh, it doesn't finish. Definitely does not finish there, and Mini denied his upgrade. This is looking really good now for Jaedong. He's developing nicely here with multiple extra hatcheries being added on for that production, and the cannon here in the front will be in range, but I think all Jaedong needs to do is just back off. Yeah, he does cancel that cannon. No need for that. Cannon will be canceled. Trying to deal some damage, but so far Jaedong's been very, very good at keeping his Hydras moving, keeping the Corsairs back off of his overlords here. Here comes that expansion, the expected expansion here, and the Zelmaga temples are almost gone now. So Mini, he's not going to be able to expand back there. Despite what he's feeling, what he's thinking, throwing down a base back there is not a good idea. It should be a free base, but Jaedong completely preempting that, getting these towers down really, really early. I'm not sure how many are in this stack, but I think he's already killed at least 3 or 4, so can't be too many more. Robotics facility on the way, expecting a possible transition here into Lurker. It is in his MO. Recently, Jaedong been playing this style a lot, going into an early Hydralisk bust, followed up by Lurker Contain. Another gas here, as well as that. Damn. Perfect timing there. Absolutely perfect. Actually, maybe if the Nexus had finished first and then the Lings had come in, that might have been even better, but the Nexus gets thrown down and immediately Lings are there to deny it. I feel like Jaedong just way ahead of his opponent right now in every possible way. His strategy so far has been super on point. Here comes some storms. First 2 storms of the game. Gonna get a couple of kills here. Will be morphed into an Archon. I think he did see the Spire there in the natural. The next extractor coming up. Wow, 4 gas, going straight up to 4 gas. Is he actually going to transition into a bunch of mutas? 2 more evolution chambers as well. Wow. Jaedong with so many hatches here, so many hatcheries as well. This is insane. He is going to have an incredible production in another couple of moments here. Whereas Mini not even yet ready to move out, can't start to put on pressure to Jaedong at this moment, and yeah, he's got just about every drone he's gonna need for the rest of this game. Look at that saturation. Ton of overlords flying across the map. I'm not sure where they're off to. I don't think he has any drop as of yet. That would be very surprising. I feel like we can see all the units he has on the map at this moment are not in Overlords, so I guess these are just going to be hidden Overlords hiding over here away from the Corsairs, trying not to get caught. Could be a pretty big win though if Mini manages to find those. Where did all the Corsairs go actually? Are they back in the main base or did they get picked off? Might have been picked off screen. Now it looks like Jaedong spreading his overlords everywhere. So yeah, I guess they did. Excuse me, I guess they did get picked off screen, and that's huge. With the Corsairs being gone, Jaedong now has perfect vision of the entire map. He can see everything that's happening now. Wherever this army moves, he is going to know it immediately. Mini coming out here, he's looking for his 3rd base. So this 3rd base is very far away from the natural. It's hard to hold with a ramp right in front of it as well. So this is going to be a very difficult spot to capture here against Jaedong, who's about to start macroing off of, I believe it's 8 or 9 hatcheries at this point. Yeah, this might be hatchery number 9 here. Over at the 4th base, that 4th base getting saturated now as well. The supply of Jaedong is getting pretty crazy out of control at this moment. 134 supplies, just about caught up to Mini, who's now producing off of 8 gateways. Will have that production running here as the 3rd base finishes up. He might be able to start an attack, but I feel like too much time has passed at this moment. Nice job picking off that last Corsair. At this point, Jaedong just has so much stuff. So much stuff. He's got an insane number of lurkers. His lair is done. His Defiler's Den is done as well. He's got the Overlord spread. He's got the Scourge ready for picking off these observers. There's creep colonies, sunken colonies everywhere. Ling attack speed is about to finish up here, and 3 upgrades, of course, are going to finish up here soon as well. Here he comes down this ramp. It's a pretty good spread for Jaedong, but yeah, Mini just going to back off here. I feel like that was a decent area to attack down from, but as soon as you get down that ramp, the spread, the concave there for Jaedong a little bit too good. There's not really a way to well, the way to get around that army and trap it for Jaedong is a little bit far, so I kind of like pushing through this area. Another army here in the center, just controlling this ramp here, controlling that counterattack path, controlling the surround path, and just testing for any weaknesses, but so far none have been found everywhere. Jaedong is prepared here with tons and tons of lurkers on this high ground. There's really no way for this small army to break through. And Lings are now catching up to this. Is a crackling upgrade done? It looks like it is, and 3 Templars go down in very quick succession. This small army movement kind of backfiring here for Mini now, not keeping his army together, kind of splitting things up, is turning into a bit of a mistake here. And look at that, Jaedong, 10 supply ahead. This is looking very, very grim here for our Protoss player, who's now selecting a 4th base down in the bottom right-hand corner. We'll see if he can hold on to all these spread out bases. You can see Jaedong with full view of that. Could go into some drops here, start to throw down lurker drops. Ling drops with defilers is also fantastic. Can take out the main base incredibly fast with a drop like that. There are the defilers now. Here we go, loading up a huge drop here in the middle of the map. Looks like he'll be heading around the top side and probably going for an attack into the main base. Meanwhile, double shuttle here for Mini. Where is this going to go? I think he has the same idea. Heading around the bottom side of the map, try to get a drop into the main base and maybe pick off some tech buildings, but how much is he going to lose back at home? These are going to hit at almost exactly the same time. Let's see how this goes. This is going to test the multitasking of both players to the absolute limit. We've got a sunken colony here, but so many tech buildings in the main base that could be lost. Here we go, DTs plus Zealots and High Templar. Big drop here in the main though. And Defiler, Ling, Lurker gonna be dropped here, tearing apart the main base of Mini. Looks like the shuttles will eventually get picked off. Oh, Storm? Storm? Oh, this Storm could be so strong. Back at home, he's dealing with a lot, though. Main base, he's gonna lose the Hive. Oh my god, big Storm here in the natural as well. A ton of drones go down. Lots of pylons falling here in the main for Mini as well, though, and his tech is going down. There goes the Templar Archives. Oh god, the Hive with 199 HP. He's gonna focus it down, is he? Oh my god, 200 HP. He doesn't focus that down. Could have been a major reset here to the tech of Jaedong, but missed opportunity there for Mini. Now going to come in here to the main, start to clear things out. There is still the option to consume some Overlords here and possibly get a another Dark Swarm or two. However, with Storms, he should be able to clear this out relatively easily. Overlords need to evacuate this position. Losing every single Overlord here is not really worth. Should be sending those back home. Now, Mini here, finally clearing out the main. Can start to get back out on the map again. Oh, 4-kill Lurker here in the natural. 13-kill Lurker there. We missed a giant worker line getting massacred here in the natural. So many workers have gone down. Lings are going to come up here to the 4th base. Oh god, a big storm there on everything. A dark storm comes down though, and he should be able to push through this small amount of cannons. One more storm does go down, but it's not enough to finish off that lurker there, and eventually he's going to pick this off. Oh, Templar does go down. A good pull away with the drones there from Jaedong. So much, I feel like, happened during all this fighting. Impossible for the observer to catch everything. And really impossible for either player to defend everything. Both players have taken huge damage, but in the end, I think Mini has taken more. Oh my god, that was a lot. That was so many drones, actually. Maybe making up for it a little bit there, but Mini losing this 4th base is tragic. Cannot be losing that base right now. His economy just hit the floor after losing that base, and still Jaedong with a ton of economy here. He's even saved the hive in the main. He's taking another base down at the bottom center. These lurkers have finally been picked off, but look at this. No mining in the main, no mining in the natural. Only the 3rd base at the moment collecting any resources here, whereas Jaedong mining happily on most of his base. Of course, quite a few drones did get picked, but with this many hatcheries, with this many bases, it's pretty easy, pretty simple to remax here on drones to get those drones out again. Nice drop here into this 5th base, just a single zealot, enough to stop all mining in that location. Oh, the Templar not able to get the storm off. Unfortunate there for Mini, who's now pushing through the middle. Nice plague hitting all of these zealots. That deals so much damage. Such an efficient trade there. And with the economic advantage, efficient trades are going to lead to wins here against a less efficient player. Mini gonna lose his zealots here in the main. These Lings just too powerful now with 3-3. Hold on, 3-3 is done. Oh my god. 3-3-3 actually with the Hydralisk attack upgrade done as well. So this army, 178 supply is so powerful. A Cybernetics core coming up. I guess that was lost as well. He's still trying to get a Templar archives out at this point, and this is looking so Jaedong favored here. I think this is going to be the final blow. Tons and tons of Lings Hydra lurkers coming across the map. Such a massive army here. He does catch the shuttle, but not with enough Scourge to finish it off, but there are additional Hydras here. Will prevent this drop from going off, and yeah, here comes that massive push. Look how many lurkers are shoving forward here. Looks like a couple of Scourge will catch this, and that final drop does go down. Trying to push this ramp here. This is so tough. I don't think that Mini can hold on. Another couple of Dark Swarms here, and this pure Dragoon and cannon defense should be broken. Yeah, maxed out now versus 72 supply. Mini hanging on for dear life, but his time is just about run out. Scourge running in here. Lings coming from both sides. GG is called, and Jaedong takes game number 1. Moving right along into game number 2 now. Bringing out the big guns is Terran, sending Royal here to face off against Jaedong on Butter. I'm surprised they're sending him out so early. This guy, the ringer of Terran. Almost never a bad week for him in KCM. This guy just crushes. Should be a great game here for him versus Jaedong. We'll see how this one goes, boys. Of course, I am cheering for Jaedong a little bit, but I don't know if he can match up against this guy who's peaking right now. Royal absolutely peaking. It doesn't get much better than this, boys. In terms of Terran play, it's It's hard to say what would happen between him and Flash. I know what you guys are going to say in the comments. Of course Flash would win, but this guy, you just don't know. You just don't know. Is it him or is it Flash? It's crazy to speculate, actually. But that's the level we're kind of working with at this moment, what we're thinking of right now. When we think of Royal in the current era, at the level he's been producing recently in KCM, you gotta put him on a level just above everybody else. And we can see that early bunker pressure here from Royal, forcing a few drones off the line, a bit of metagaming here. Oh, he doesn't see the third drone there at the third base, and he is going to get that third down. So this will be a pretty interesting game here with the 3 bases spread out early. Jaedong's going to have to produce some early sunken colonies here to hold off whatever pressure Royal decides to go for. He has added on a pretty quick gas, and he is going to be going for that early +1 build, so Marine Medic all the way. That's what I like to see from Royal. This is really his strong suit. We're going to see most likely a very quick 2 barracks push here. Marine Medic popping out and coming across the map to put on that pressure. On the other side, layer is already on the way. This is a pretty quick layer for the 3 hatch play. Unless I'm mistaken here, that feels a bit early. What's the timing here? 4 minutes? I think that might have started, unless it started like right as the camera panned over there. That does feel pretty early. We're going to have a scout coming across the map here. He is going to get over towards the natural, probably into the main as well. We don't have Speedling finished up just yet. Quite a few Lings popping out though. And Jaedong may be interested in taking a fight here versus the early Marine Medic. Now this can go either way. If he produces a ton of Lings and tries to get the surround on Royal, that fight can go really, really one-sidedly in the favor of Zerg or Terran. If all the Lings get picked off and barely any Marines die, it's going to be very, very bad for Jaedong. But if he manages to finish off that early group of Marines without having to produce any sunken colonies, you could say that the advantage is heavily in favor of Jaedong at that point. But actually, now that things are starting to unravel here, as things are starting to unfold, we can see that Royal not going to go for an early 2 racks push. Instead, he's going to be adding on another 3 racks in the main, going up to 4, possibly into a 5 racks play here. Just the old standard Hydralis Den in the 3rd base. Interesting. Scanners are about to finish. If he scans the main and natural, he could be completely tricked here. This is one incredibly strong way to play. When you know that your opponent only has 2 scans, you watch for the scans and see what he sees. And you can see he sees Spire. There's no larva here in the natural. Where's the second scan? If he throws down the second scan here, and it's in the main base. Nope, it is in the natural. He sees the Hydralis Den. So what I was going to say is, if he scanned the main base and only saw the Spire in the natural, he could have been tricked there with Jaedong going into full Hydralis and Lurker production. However, he did get the scan there in the 3rd base. He sees the Hydralis Den. He knows that there's going to be Lurkers, so he is going to move out here on the map, and he will be saving scans here. Ooh, really nice pickoff on that medic. That's very hard to do, but the medic's very, very stupidly heading out in front of that army, getting surrounded there and picked off. incredibly tough to get a medic out of an army like that, but he does manage to do it. We've got 2 sunkens here at the natural, a couple of lurkers about to be finished. There's a bit of a lack of defense here at the 3rd base. Maybe he can get up this ramp. Lurkers burrowing here, not gonna get past this. With 3 lurkers there, that would be suicidal, trying to run by up into the 3rd base, so he does fall back. Machine shop on the way. He might want to do a tank timing push here. However, that hive already on the way. Going to finish up very soon. Nice pick off on some drones. Oh my god, he's gonna get 3 more. Oh no, big mistake there by Jaedong, losing 5 drones to a transfer. Very, very frustrating stuff. He does not have that hive yet, so he cannot get the Nidus network, and gets punished pretty bad for trying to transfer a few drones. Could have used those in the main base here just to collect a few extra minerals until it was safe to transfer, but instead he loses those for basically free. Another hatchery here in the main base. This is definitely going to be Hydralisk Defiler play here out of our Zerg player. I can't wait to see Jaedong's twist on things here. I think we've already seen a little flourish so far with the early Spire going down there, trying to trick his opponent, but coming out now with his lurkers, trying to push everything back. There's the first siege tank. 1 siege tank does take a long time to bust through lurkers and the sunken colonies, but it will get the job done eventually. Jaedong under quite a bit of pressure here as the Defiler's Mound finishes up. He's trying to bring his lurkers in from the back. See if he can pick off some of these Marines and medics. Building another sunken colony here. That's not gonna do too much. He probably should have canceled to recover the money, but he is gonna use it for now. Oh, running forward with the lurkers. He's trying to pick off a siege tank here, but doesn't manage to get it. Lurkers here on the right-hand side, not able to move forward. As a second tank arrives, this is going to be expedited quite a bit. There's the first. Oh, Defiler goes down. No. Oh, Lurkers running in here from the right-hand side, trying to get on top of these tanks, but the tanks just crushed this army, and GG is called. A great timing push there from Royal. Tears Jaedong apart. If only he had pushed his sunken colonies out a bit farther, a bit earlier. Maybe he could have bought himself some more time, but Royal just a little bit too sharp with it. Pushes forward and takes that win, and that's just the power of Royal, man. This guy, as I said before, absolutely peaking right now, and we're going to see some more great games from him. It's either Snow or Bisu he has to take on next. That's coming up in game number 3. Okay, going on into game number 3. I have to mention, guys, if you are watching this on release, Merry Christmas. It is now Christmas Eve right now here in Colombia. So I'm just recording this and gonna drop it tomorrow on Christmas Day. So yeah, hopefully you guys are having a nice Christmas, hanging out with friends, hanging out with family. If not, of course, CNSC is here for you, boys. We'll be watching some Broodwar together, enjoying the holidays. Also, if you are hanging out with family, maybe you need a break. That's totally okay too. Can come and watch some Broodwar together. Now we've got Royal here in the 12 o'clock. We've got Snow down in the bottom left. He's put a kind of a weird pylon out there. I heard the casters react pretty seriously to that, but not too much going on with it. Just kind of a forward pylon, maybe a little bit of a strange placement. Overall, though, looking like a normal build here out of Snow. Royal going to scout his opponent last, as did Snow. No real advantage so far, just pretty typical builds all around. This game is going to take a little while to ramp up here. I think this is probably the most evenly matched game that we can have possibly for Royal. Pretty good moving shot there on that SCV, and yeah, it's a little bit one-sided for Royal to go up against some of these other players. Even Hero, I don't quite put on the same level as him. You can see Jadon got taken down pretty handily there in the last game, and that was really a good display of why skipping Mutalisk tech is very risky play. Difficult to defend those tank pushes when you can't attempt to pick off Marines or tanks on the way across the map. Lurkers just, you can't push into tank Marine with Lurkers, and we saw it there in that last game. It was super duper hard. He tried to get a flank off with the Lurkers, and it just did not work out. Now in Dragoon moving in here to the natural, just checking things out. He did in fact see the command center, so everything is revealed here. But as I was saying, this is a much closer matchup. I feel like these guys are on completely even footing here. Snow, an absolute beast in this matchup. Royal, just a beast in general at this point. Royal not going to be able to get into the main base to scout things out. There's not too much going on though. Just a robotics facility, as he probably expects. We're going to see some Reavers. We've seen recently Snow play a few Protoss versus Terran games without Reaver, and it usually doesn't go that well. This guy's spirit animal is definitely the Reaver. Whenever he doesn't build it, I feel like it's a missed opportunity. This is almost like free damage with his ability, with his skill set. He can always get that damage. Nice block there. Once again, Royal not going to get inside the main base, but as I said, nothing unexpected coming here from Snow. And Royal is already preparing for that dropship. He's got the armory about to finish. He can pop out a couple of Goliaths here. He also has his engineering bay just about finished up here, so a few turrets can be popped down around this base, and he should be fine. There's that robotic support bay. Reaver is about to pop out. No third base as of yet. Snow just keeping it tight. Not going across the map and putting on pressure either. He's chilling back at home here with just a couple of Dragoons. No early pressure from Royal. He hasn't produced more than 4 Marines there. The first 4 Marines that went into that bunker, so playing a nice conservative game here, getting prepared for that inevitable drop. Citadel here on the way, and Royal setting up the turrets in a bit of a strange defensive position here. This is more of a turret setup for anti-DT play. It's gonna kind of play into the hands a little bit here of Snow. However, Royal right on top of this dropship. He is going to shove that away. So the first attempt at a harassment here from Snow completely negated. An Arbiter setup here from Snow. with the Templar Archives and Stargate finishing up at the same time. It's definitely going to be that. Trying to get in there to drop something. And usually Snow can find some sort of damage, as I said before. It's basically free damage when Snow goes for the early Reaver shuttle, but this is a professional defense from Royal. Every part of the base has been covered. You can see the double tank there, right on top of that turret. Basically have to suicide the shuttle in on top of those two tanks in order to drop that Reaver in a safe position. It would be suicidal because of the bunker with the 4 Marines as well. Just take out that shuttle so fast. So he's not going to do that. He knows the value of keeping that alive. The third base coming up here. Almost gets a shot off there, but nice pullback with the SCVs, making sure that that won't connect. That's pretty dangerous, pulling your SCVs like that, because if the Scarab manages to get off just before the SCVs pull away, then of course your SCVs are all stacking up on one of those top mineral patches, and if the Scarab connects, it's devastating. So bit of a risky pullback there, but Royal does keep all of his SCVs alive. Still no damage here from from Snow's Reaver. This not a death sentence by any means, though. She's going to be fine here. A couple of DTs coming out as well. Can use these to bait out some scans when the push comes. And when the scans are at a low number, if there's no science vessel present, then Arbiter can be very effective. So dropship coming around the top side here, and there's no cannon finished at the third base as of yet, so this could be some damage onto the probe line here for Snow. And with this block here, yeah, this could be really nasty. Hard to get back here with your Dragoons. Really good shot there on that retreating line of probes as well. The mines are being placed in a very nice position. He needs to back away. Oh, gonna lose that. Vulture right away. Second Vulture does get picked off. Oh, mine almost goes off. He is gonna pick up this tank just barely in time and should be able to escape. Really nicely done there by Royal, getting the maximum value out of that drop and pulling back at the perfect time. So none of the drops from Snow have worked out in his favor, but that drop from Royal really crushing it. I'm feeling Royal's position here now and getting a little bit frightened for Snow, who's holding back quite far. He knows there are quite a few Goliaths in this army, so that shuttle could be taken down very quickly. There's the scan. He sees the Dark Templar there, trying to pick off some observers. Not going to be able to do so. Coming forward here, getting prepared to take this third base, and the army's going to come forward. Tank still alive, will be picked off here in a moment. Going after that shuttle, going after the Arbiter. Can he actually pick it off? Big shot here with the Reaver, gets 4 kills, a 5th kill as well. All of the Goliaths have been picked off, and there's no scan left over here. This is exactly what I was talking about, using the scans to pick off the DTs. Really biting him in the butt here. Oh, he gets that last tank as well. Huge plays here by Snow. He can't see these units. Oh god, this is what I was talking about earlier. Oh, does dud out. Gets a few kills there with that second Scarab, but that was a scary moment there. Yeah, right when you pull back your SCVs, if the Scarab leaves the Reaver, it can be super deadly. Royal really paying the price for moving out here before his first shuttle came out, or before his first science vessel came out, excuse me. Now that the science vessel is here, though, he has a stable source of detection. He should be able to take his third base. Snow rallying forward, has a glut of minerals. May have missed a bit of his macro there. Uncharacteristic mistake potentially from Snow, who's now not able to push in and break this position that Royal has set up here. I think the shuttle did go down as well, maybe the Reaver too, so there's no more harassment for now. Arbiter coming in towards the main base. Does he have the recall ready? It looks like it does. Recall right in that tiny little corner there where the observer could see no mines were present. Full Dragoon army here coming into the main base. This is a lot of vultures, but it's very inefficient to clear this number of Dragoons to just pure Vulture, and he could lose the Science Vessel. Oh, Science Vessel does live. Just 14 health. Oh, he can actually go after this once again. There's a tank defending here in the main. At least there is one. Dragoon's gonna come forward here. The repair on the Science Vessel is good, but... Oh! Really close once again. About 10 HP left on that Science Vessel. Gonna be continue to be repaired, finishing off the last of these Dragoons, but that was a pretty efficient trade overall for Snow. So many vultures were wasted clearing that attack, and now he could break through this location. There's no vultures over here to support these tanks. 5 tanks alone not going to be enough to hold this off. He does bring forward some reinforcements, but 2 tanks for just a few zealots, not too bad of a trade either. Snow really reversing the positions here by quite a lot. After that initial drop, I thought Royal had the lead, but with the past few engagements going in Snow's favor, I'm really liking his position here. 2 shuttles on the right hand side. Can he get some serious economic damage on this third base? That's a lot of SCVs there. Some juicy targets for Snow to go after. It looks like he doesn't have the shuttle speed yet. Does he have it or does he not? It looks like still no shuttle speed. There's the Goliath ready to defend, and the shuttle will escape, but no damage here for that shuttle. He's ready for... Oh, actually picks it off. Nicely done. Gonna set up over here on the right hand side and take down this 4th base as well, so gonna be potentially on even bases here shortly is Royal. And 4 bases is really all he needs to take this down. Even on a huge map, 4 bases is more than enough for Royal. But on a map like this, on Neo Sylphid, 4 bases is going to be a fantastic economy. It's definitely going to allow him to field an army that can deny the bottom right from Snow. There's a big recall, but huge mines connect on a bunch of these Dragoons and pick them off very quickly. He's gonna try and run forward here, lay down a few more mines. Not the best trade in the end for Royal, but a pretty swift cleanup means that 4th base economy not going to be hiccuped much at all. The SCVs arrive and this base is now fully operational. Royal here climbing in supply steadily, heading up towards that 200 count. Another base. No, that's not a base, that's a barracks. No CC prepared for this 5th base as of yet. But when Royal pushes, that'll be the base he takes behind his push. Arbiter over here on this side could be EMP'd, though it is running away and will be pulled back. So no EMP on that. It does still have the potential to get the recall off, but Royal, you can see, is already ready to counter with the EMP. 2nd Stargate here on the way. Snow gonna really start to ramp up that Arbiter production now, if he doesn't decide to switch into carriers. Couple of factors here out in the map. Royal, this is tough to do. It's much more efficient to have all of your factories on a single screen, so you can use a single screen hotkey to produce all of your units. But Royal here gonna be putting some factories out on the map. It's difficult to macro out of, though he does have a ton of minerals. He can just start to build a ton of units, just have a big queue on some of these factories out on the map, and then not worry about them as they continue to produce. Looks like another attack down here in the bottom center. Vulture harassment, not the most efficient. Looks like he killed 2 cannons for about 10 vultures. Is 750 minerals for 300. Definitely not the best. But freeing up some more supply here for further tank production, more Goliaths, more vultures with fresh mines. And Royal's army is getting a little bit insane at this point. It's going to be a real challenge for Snow to stop this army. He will need something like stasis here, multiple stasis to break this army down. Only +1 is available for Snow as well, whereas the upgrades here for Royal must be at least +3, +1 by this point. Pushing forward here. Very carefully is Royal. Adding on turrets, it's a dedicated push here through the middle. You can see how careful he's being here, not to engage with the tanks unsiege, keeping at least half of his tanks siege. This is a big group of tanks though in the middle. Great stasis, but I feel like some of these stasis kind of blocking the army from moving forward. A stasis on those back tanks would have been much more effective at turning this fight, but now he's out of stasis. And oh no, he's got another 2 stasis on this Arbiter. Can he get a couple of stasis down? He does, and so many tanks are actually in stasis at this point. Snow gonna take this fight, and he may be able to break through, although the D-Matrix, so powerful here. Wow, 4 more Arbiters in the background, ready to throw down their stasis. There's the first Templar coming out as well. Tanks still shoving forward here. Royal still 200 supply. And all of those tanks are eventually going to defrost. There's that base take behind this push. Sieging up here in the front. Actually, a lot of these tanks not sieging up in time. Zealots getting right up on the front. The back tanks unfreeze though at a very nice moment here for Royal to gun down these Dragoons. Big unsiege here with a ton of tanks moving forward. Royal may be able to close off the choke here and get up in the face of Snow and his rallies if he moves just a little farther forward. So many stasis have been used so far, but to little to no effect at this point. Another stasis there on the back. Only 3 tanks out of stasis at this point. How many is that in stasis? I think like 10 tanks are stasis that at this moment. Now a couple of them defrosting. But yet another stasis here. This is crazy amounts of spells being used by Snow. However, Royal continuing to roll forward with the mech units. Gotta spread those tanks a little bit more carefully here. Not allow such efficient usage of the stasis. Zealots just getting eaten alive by these vultures. The deficit in upgrades really hurting Snow now. +3, +1 is just so strong as he shoves through all of this. Those back tanks not surrounded and killed after leaving the stasis, so the army is now unfrozen, gonna be shoving forward once again. Snow, has he bought enough time here where he can actually produce out of different locations? Only a couple of gateways down in the bottom right-hand corner. And Snow now gonna have to play a game of cat and mouse around the map here if he wants to stand a chance of winning. It'll be up to arbiters recalling in different locations, trying to shut down mining of Royal, trying to shut down additional bases for Royal. That'll eventually win Snow the game. However, as long as Royal moves around the map, gets these EMPs off as well, and cuts off bottom right, he should be able to take this one. His army supply is devastatingly high. And he's picking off an arbiter here in the natural. Where's the next recall gonna come through? We haven't seen one for quite a long time. It feels like really overdue at this point. Royal gonna take a 6th base, looks like, over towards the top left. But with 5 bases, he's already managed to accrue a pretty giant bank there as well. 4,000 minerals in the bank. Plenty to keep him going to Remax. Should this army end up getting picked off, he is a little bit low on gas, but mining off of 5 gas is gonna pump that number back up pretty darn fast. Taking a nice trade here, even though a bunch of stasis goes down on this army. Still not good enough. With not a big enough army here, Snow not going to be able to break through this and actually capture those tanks which have been stasis. Instead, he's just going to damage a few of them, and then those stasis tanks will inevitably unthaw. Here in the natural, getting through quite a few of these tanks, actually going to break out here, which is nice, but eventually Royal going to re-secure that location. Down here at the bottom right, ooh, a nice DT brought forward. Does get the scan though, and eventually this Nexus is going to fall. The number of Nexus on the map at this point getting lower and lower. There's almost no place for Snow to mine here anymore. His natural is gone. The base in the top left is gone. This base down here at the bottom center is about to be gone. The natural has not been built. Bottom left is gone. Snow is running out of time here. I liked his use of recall. The first recall worked out really well, but everything previous has not gone in his favor. Really backed off of using recall after that first one, but Royal just tanking ahead, man. This guy, he looks so unstoppable. This is what it looked like in my memory when we were watching Flash play against Protoss players, but I don't think he was ever able to take down Snow in quite this one-sided of a fashion. Looking completely unstoppable here. Oh my god. Methodical, absolutely methodical play as he defends his 4th base and breaks over here into the bottom right-hand corner. All of these gateways under threat now. With the Zealots and Dragoons coming forward, there is the scan though. Zealots popping out of the gateway, immediately going to their death. Another base here in the center right. And things are being cleaned out down in this side, but look at the supply, guys. 100 difference between these two players. Royal just unfathomably far ahead at this point. Almost no way to come back. Snow trying to get something to happen. Oh, he loses his Reaver. over there at the 4th base. And the 5th base is now up and running happily. There's another giant army coming down to the bottom right. He's gonna try with stasis to hold on a little bit longer, but these few zealots and dragoons pumping out here in the bottom right is just not going to be enough to hold on. With a couple of dragoons pump out, but there's so much in stasis here, it's a little bit crazy. Eventually the stasis, I mean, it does last for kind of a crazy amount of time, but eventually this will run out. And GG is finally called. Snow taps out Royal. Absolute Terminator just walking through his opponents. He gets the clapper again. Got a big clapper on that on the first game as well, but oh my gosh. Absolute T1000 here. Royal just walking straight through the fire. Grabs the neck of Snow and just rips his larynx out. It's crazy how unfazed he seems in every single game. Even when there's chaos going on all over the map, this guy, he macros perfectly. He moves perfectly. His army movement is so good. Defense is perfect. This guy is a Terran machine, man. Who can stop him? It's going to be either Hero or Queen coming up next, and I don't know. They're going to have to bring out something pretty special to take down Royal here. Let's see what they've got in store. That's coming up in game number 4. Okay, on to our next game. We've got Queen here in the top right-hand corner. We've got Royal in the bottom right. Now, is Queen the player who can take down Royal? I feel like no. I feel like this is going to be another T1000 snuff film here. This next game here, but I'm happy to be wrong. If Queen pulls out something particularly fascinating to take down Royal, I will definitely be impressed. However, what could he possibly bring out here that's going to surprise Royal? This guy, his reads are insanely good. Does not seem to have a weakness at this point. And this is gonna be a real struggle. Well, Queen is sending out another drone. He's just going for the scout, looks like. Does throw down his spawning pool. Let's see if he gets a gas here. Yeah, he is gonna get that gas, so no Book 3 base. So far everything's lining up for a 2-hatch play, but we'll see if that's what Queen wants to do. He does get a couple of shots with the drone there on his opponent's Marine. Not too bad. Oh, almost getting the moving shot, but a second drone does arrive to help things out. 2 SCVs here. I feel like Queen needs to send that one drone home, man. That one drone really badly hurt. We're gonna pull a few more here, ready to take a fight. That is quite a good number of drones. Oh man, this is scary. Royal is so good in these situations. I think Queen's doing it pretty well so far, but the engagement has yet to happen. More drones popping. We don't have Lings just yet. Lings are on the way soon. Oh, Royal getting himself into a brilliant position here behind the mineral patches here, and this is going to be really hard to break. He's even going to have to produce a sunken colony. Oh man, this is not good. A bunker here behind the minerals is insanely well placed. Looks like he might end up just canceling that though, because yeah, this is in range of that one sunken. However, the Marines and SCVs are not. And having these Marines and SCVs here completely denies the mining here at this base. Now, here comes the Lings. SCV just pulling back perfectly there. Oh, Marine not firing for a second does waste a bit of DPS, and eventually the Lynx do clear it out. But I think a great trade there to start things off for Royal, and yeah, he just stopped his opponent from mining for an insane amount of time. He got that, he forced that sunken colony out. He forced a whole ton of Lings. Now his natural is about to finish here. He's even pushing out with some Lings just to put on a little bit of additional pressure. See if he can catch a Ling or two here. Coming across the map. The Lair is here. Trying to say that right. Lair. Got some comments recently. It's not Lair. Lair? Is that right? I don't know. That's the best I can do. With the Lair finishing up, we're going to see what tank path Queen wants to take the third hatchery here in the main. So this is a standard 3 hatch build, not the 2.5 hatch. Or is the standard a 3 hatch third hatch before gas? I'm not sure. No, that seems a little bit crazy. That's definitely not standard. I just know that the 2.5 hatch is definitely hatchery after the spire is finished. There we go. Spire is going to be that tank. And Queen is going to have quite a few larvae to work with here. Same build Royal used against Jaedong. Oh, actually four barracks here. 4 barracks in the main, so we're going straight to 5. There was only 4 in the Jaedong game, so Royal with the reeds here. Just gonna go straight up 5 barracks into SK Terran versus Queen. This is a very standard matchup about just a few years ago. You would see this all the time. 5 racks SKT versus 3 hatch. Kind of fell out of favor, the 3 hatch play, and also the 5 racks. It slows down your tech by quite a lot, and you're not going to have the option for an early tank push like we saw against Jaedong. Instead, we're going to have a ton of Marine Medic on the map here, and quite a bit later getting into that factory, and eventually the 2 starport science vessel production. There's the missile turrets coming up. Really nice and late here. I say nice and late because he hasn't wasted any minerals here by getting his turrets early. This is perfectly timed. He is also moving out on the map. A very nice timing here, right as Queen moves out with his first group of mutas. If he comes down here to actually harass this, Queen is going to lose his base in the top left-hand corner. Royal here ready with the turret number that's going to push back Queen's initial mutalist army, and he is going to lose that base in the top left for basically no exchange, unfortunately. He's looking for those Marines, but Royal just went straight up for this base. The moment he saw those mutalists on his natural, just comes up here straight away, cancels this, and Queen with very little recourse here, unfortunately. Just gonna trap these Marines for now, but this is a good position to trade against the Ling and Muta that Queen has been able to field. This is really a nice spot. Can gun down a few Mutas. The Lings are really not going to do much because it's such a tight ramp now. He does finish this off. There's the drone. Going to be throwing down that 3rd base once again, but Royal's already remade this army. He's got another group of Marine Medic out on the map, ready to fight. There's the Hydras heading to the top left, so Queen playing a very nice standard game here with just a slightly delayed third base since that was picked off. I would say Royal in the lead right now, but Queen definitely not out of it at this point. Royal moving out here towards the enemy natural. There's not really an opportunity anymore for him to further deny the third base at this point. He needs more tech. He needs to get into his science vessel production now, and he is doing so. Second gas is down for Royal. And a big counterattack here coming into the natural. Uh-oh. Marines here over by the turrets. Good defense so far by Royal, just keeping his Marines in between the barracks, doing a really, really nice defense so far. Where's the science facility? Did he actually manage to stop the science facility from making? Yes, he did. Science facility has been halted in production for now. We're gonna have to send another SCV to finish that up. Uh-oh, lurkers not on that high ground. Okay, now they're gonna be sent. 3 lurkers there on the high ground will protect that base. Oh, he's gonna bring them out here and hope for some sort of hold position play. Yeah, there you go. Every single Marine goes down. Nicely done. And the mutas should be able to clean up the rest of this. No problem. Really, really good play there from Queen. But Royal's still in a fairly decent position here. He has an insane number of Marines being produced. With that 5 ranks, his science vessels are going to be coming out here soon. The overall muta count has been reduced by quite a bit. Throwing away Marines here as Royal, not the biggest deal. In some cases, it can be a really, really painful move to lose a group of Marines like we just saw, but with the 5 ranks play, you have Marines to spare. Looks like a command center about to be thrown down here. Royal ready to move into the late game now. There we go. The Nidus network is up. Some workers will be transferred. The first 2 science vessels of the game coming out here to just spot this overlord and kill it. And where will Royal move with this first army? Is he going for the natural or over to that third base? Generally, you want to move towards the third base. If there's not a Nidus network there, it can be difficult to resupply that area. Oh, wow. Great play by Queen. Scourge hidden under the Mutilis. One of them does get irradiated, but the Scourge connect. And Royal loses one of his first 2 science vessels. That is a big deal in this matchup. Losing that first science vessel is massive. And it may just allow Queen here to consume and hold this location. Oh, he is going to get the irradiate here. There we go. But Dark Swarm does come down. Nicely done. Queen is going to snag his 4th base incredibly fast. And that does not leave a lot of options here for Royal except getting more bases and pumping up his production even further, taking it into a serious late game. Hopefully his upgrades are on time here, because that's going to be a massive factor in this game going forward. How well upgraded are these Terran Marines? Do they have an upgrade ahead of the Zerg, who's going to be on 4 gases shortly and should be able to produce Ultralisk in not too long? Maybe Royal wants to go for a drop. What if you fire bats being produced? He's not in a desperate situation by any means, but a drop could end up changing the fates here. Drop in the top left can't really be easily contended with, as the Mutalisks and Scourge are all up there in the top right-hand base, the main base there. So We'll see if Royal wants to go for a drop. So far, I haven't seen any drop ships come out here. Just a lot of fire bats, a lot of marines, and that science vessel count is continuing to grow. So the third base was slowed down here for Queen, but the fourth base came up very, very quickly. That's really the important base here. Oh, he's got to focus one of these. He does focus down one of the Scourge, keeping his science vessel alive. It's very difficult to do, but he does manage to gun that down and save his science vessel. Royal here being shoved back a little bit. Okay, +1 armor is done, but Royal's got +2 done, so he is going to be in a slight advantage here when it comes to upgrades. It's like Lings are going to move around and possibly stop this command center from finishing. No, he's heading to the bottom left, looks like. Searching out a base over there. There's the dropship. 4 drops. Oh no, a massive plague though. Queen gets the majority of the units here in the front. There's the dropships coming in. Can he end this game right here and right now? 4 dropships going to be dropping off a ton of fire bats. Marines and medics here go after the Nidus network. He's got to go after this Nidus network right here, right now. Get the Nidus. Okay, 2 more ultras pop through before the Nidus can get picked off. And I think that Queen should be able to hold here, especially with the Defiler still alive and the Nidus still up. This is going to be stopped. And Royal, the kind of Hail Mary drop there into the main base ends up backfiring. A lot of units go down for not much of a trade, and Queen is looking better and better now. The Ultralisk out on the field. They don't have the speed just yet. They might have Carapace. The Chitinous plating may be ready, but the speed is not as of yet. Here we go. More firebats coming forward. This is that group that was plagued though, so a lot of them are going to be low HP. The medics won't have much energy left. A bit of a brittle force there at the natural, or at the third base, excuse me, fourth base area. Natural is being pressured as well. Another drop coming forward here. You're gonna drop behind the natural minerals. No, Scourge plus 2 spore colonies. Very well prepared here. Queen gonna hold this off with ease. Should be a plague coming forward. Where's the plague? Plague, plague, plague. Oh my god, no plague. Defiler completely forgotten here. Whoa! Huge flank with the Scourge, and Muta just crushes this attack here. It looks like the Marines and medics were about to break through that area, but Queen completely turning the tides there with a bunch of ultras popping through, and the flank of Muta Scourge crushes that attack. Now more drops coming here. Royal kind of going crazy with the drops, but he's got no science vessels left over. He needs another starport at this point, actually producing battle cruisers here and researching out of that science facility. Maybe he's getting additional energy. Maybe he's getting Yamato. Here comes 2 more dropships into the third base. See what he can do here. There's the Defiler popping out. Some Scourge here as well, ready to take out one of these drops, and it does immediately. Gonna go after the Gas Geyser. Not a bad choice. After the Nidus as well. Another good option here for Royal. Will get hit by a single Scourge, but he should be able to drop one more time, maybe deal a little more damage. And more units coming up here. The battle cruiser support is pretty darn strong. There is a Dark Swarm, but how many firebats do we have here? Ooh, beautiful plague. Huge plague here on all these forward units. Another drop into this back area, but Crackling standing right on top of it to stop that from occurring. Royal with a huge bank, 1,400 minerals, but his supply is very high, putting on the pressure so strongly here, right-clicking down every single drone in the mineral line as well. There we go. Some mutas do come up to clear out the battlecruiser. Will be successful in doing so. A couple of ultras here just kind of being idle for the moment. A counterattack now. Finally, Queen getting on the offensive. He's going to start to try to deal some damage of his own. There we go. Gets the dropship there. Things are going on all over the map right now. It's very, very hard to follow. This army getting completely crushed under Dark Swarm. Royal doing a ton of things at the same time, holding off these attacks, putting on that pressure, but now I think it's finally time for him to go on the defensive here. Another Dark Swarm going to be thrown down there. Defiler could be picked off. Oh, tons of Scourge. Oh, so many. Oh my god. One science vessel left over, and it does go down. Every single science vessel has been picked off. Really, really good play from Queen to continuously take down those science vessels and slow that count. Another group of Lings gonna make their way down to the 6 o'clock position. It looks like Ultras here as well on the third base, dealing that damage. And for the first time, I think this entire game, Queen actually ahead in supply now. Oh no, bunker has nothing in it. That's so bad. Bunker empty. And Ultra's gonna get in front of these Marines, try to stop them from entering the bunker as well. This bunker gonna go down incredibly fast too, with 3 Ultras hitting it. Maybe he can save it. No, he can't. Ultra Ling ravaging 6 o'clock as well, and not even paying attention here. Royal losing a ton of SCVs. Things starting to fall apart in a serious way now as he fights off these Ultras here in his third base. Another base should be coming up here shortly for Queen with the pressure on his opponent's side of the map. Why not? Here comes more and more Ultra Ling. Another couple of science vessels are going to go down, and that's really been the story of this game. Science vessels continuously getting hit by Scourge. And almost never able to create that large group of annoying science vessels that can get the good efficient trades with the Zerg forces. Now another Dark Storm gonna go down here, a Plague to follow up, and GG is called. Royal taps out. Queen takes the game. I am shocked. I am surprised, but so very, very happy to be so very impressed here by Queen. He gets the clapper and all of my respect. Damn. A great showing here from Queen, who hasn't put up the best games as of recently. Managing to bat Royal aside, get him out of here, the casters say, and yeah, he just handled everything so nicely there. That really deadly 4-dropship attack into the third base that takes out so many different Zerg players seemingly did nothing against Queen there, but I feel like Royal may have made some small mistakes, not targeting down the Nidus network immediately, definitely being one of them. Getting plagued a few times, like, keeping his army really bunched up for some juicy plagues, of course, that really hurts as well, but overall, just a very, very strong game from Queen. The flank with the Scourge Muta was insane, and he ends up taking that one down. Really impressive play. We still have 2 more Terran players, but they are not the strongest. We've got JYJ and Barracks in the background. I think Barracks actually a bit of an underrated player. We'll see how he performs today, though. That's going to be coming up in a couple of games. However, Bisu is next. It's going to be a Queen versus Bisu game. That should be a lot of fun. We're going to jump into that game right now. Let's get it started. Well, I don't know if you guys are as surprised as I am, but that was quite a shocker. Previous game, Queen taking down Royal, showing some real prowess with his defense. And once again picking off a ton of science vessels. I feel like it was a versus Royal again in a previous week where he continuously picked off science vessels even while being behind, somehow managed to make a comeback. Can't remember which game that was, but it feels very, very familiar. I was having some deja vu during that game of a pretty fantastic comeback from Queen in a previous week of KCM, but I digress. Now we've got Bisu versus Queen here. Queen in the bottom right, Bisu in the top left, the Prince of Protoss. This man has been in the very top echelons of Protoss for a very, very long time and still has tons and tons of loyal fans. This is definitely, I think, his best matchup. The one that he has contributed to the most as well in terms of overall strategy for Protoss. This guy has really forged the way for Protoss players. No pun intended, by the way. Forged the way. He's really made this matchup over the years, and looks like he's going to be forcing Queen into an awkward expansion there at the center right. This is on Fighting Spirit. Zerg versus Protoss, not too bad of a map in this matchup, but can be very, very one-sided in some other matchups which will not be named. Now we do have a Zealot here approaching the natural. Only a singling prepared to meet it, so he's going to need to pump out another group of lings here very quickly, otherwise he will end up losing some drones. Zealot here into the main, but look at that nice placement on the spawning pool. It forces the Zealot to go around. You cannot hit at the edges from the top edge there. Gonna have to walk all the way around behind here, and not gonna lose a drone just yet. Second Zealot feels a little bit late as it heads out across the map. I think maybe cutting that second Zealot in order to get the Nexus out a little bit quicker here. What we've got is a probe out on the map. Oh, this Ling made it in here. Okay. I think that Ling was chasing a probe, but has somehow made it into the main base. Beasts are going to be fine, though. Sending that Zealot after it. That's a pretty nice trade there for Queen, having one single Ling being chased by a Zealot. That Zealot's not across the map harassing. That means he doesn't have to produce as many Lings. Can just be a little bit safer at home. We've got the Forge here in the main, so Bisu making a small adjustment so that he can't lose his upgrade to a Hydra bus a little bit later on. More Lings popping here, huh? Okay, we know that there's only one Zealot somewhere on the map. It's actually north. Oh, he's gonna run by and gets the cannon. This is scary. Cannon goes down here. Bisu in a bit of trouble. He's gonna get this round on the ramp. Does let it go though. This is so many Lings. Oh my god, Lings in the main base, Lings in the natural as well. Bunch of probes going down here, and he's gonna go after the gateway. Can he actually pick this gateway off before the cannon finishes? I think he definitely can. Bunch of Lings coming in from behind as well. Proton cannon here getting hit by 3 Lings. 3 Lings is all it takes. 3 Lings gonna take down this cannon. Big surround here on all the Zealots and the probes, and Queen gonna take a very quick win here. Bisu taps out. GG. Wow, that was a bit anticlimactic. These two titans, Bisu versus the player formerly known as Zero. These two veteran gamers ending the fight very, very early. The quick knockout here. Bisu has been eliminated, and we will go on to Queen versus either JYJ or Bex. That's coming up next. Goodbye, Bisu. Hello, Barracks. Down here in the bottom left-hand corner. Our red tier. And down in the bottom right, we've got Queen. Queen here after that nice quick win. Be feeling good here. Only needs 2 more kills. Both Barracks and JYJ could quickly go down to him, and he would get an all-kill prize there, 400,000 won on the table. Again, all the Protoss have been knocked out, so Protoss going out first here. That's not good. Protoss has been really lacking and lagging in the points, I believe. Or was it Zerg? I think maybe Zerg might have been a little bit below. I haven't looked at the score screen for a little while. I briefly checked it at the beginning of the cast, but now I can't quite remember. Definitely Terran in the lead right now. That's what I took away from my quick peek. Anyway, we've got a 12 hatch coming here for Queen. And Barracks, wow, that's a oh wait, no, we do have a supply depot. I thought for a second we didn't have a supply depot, and I thought maybe I missed something, but no, just a normal opener here from Barracks. Could try to put on a little pressure, we'll see. Yeah, see, it's hard to see that supply depot there. You can see it on screen once again, but on the minimap just barely can see it below the minerals. And Queen not gonna find his opponent easily here. Gonna check every single starting location before eventually coming down to the bottom left here. Oh, there we go. His Overlord made it, so now he will know. There's the first Marine popping here, and he sees the second SCV in the front as well, so everything is revealed. He knows now there is a command center on the way. No early pressure. The lair is here. Two hatchery play is set up for Queen now. We'll see if he wants to go for the 3 hatch once again. That seemed to work very, very well against Royal. I don't think it would be any different against Barracks here, but he may end up going for a 2 hatch play just based on these spawn locations. Bottom left versus bottom right, we've got a straight path here for Queen to the back of the mineral patches there for Barracks. Now 4 Marines moving out. Did he actually see that? He should have seen it with his Overlord, but if by chance he managed, or he actually missed it, there could be some drone damage done here. Okay. Some links popping here. Maybe not enough though. These 4 links, I think, waiting for those links on the map. Oh, those 4 Marines, excuse me, waiting for those links on the map. Now a bunch of links being produced here. Oh man, completely revealed by Barracks though. May want to throw down a bunker actually after seeing that number of lings. Although for now, keeping his cool. Supply depot only. Pretty ballsy here against what could be an all-in from Queen. Though Queen, with all those links being revealed, he probably won't go all in now. This is a bait. Try to get these Marines to move a bit out of position so the rest of the links can come in and deal damage. We'll see if he takes it. There's some more links coming in. He's going for that Marine. We'll end up getting it. 1 single Marine going down here. A couple of SCVs under threat as well. First 2 medics do pop though, and that will push everything back. Oh, he's got him trapped now. Maybe able to take out all the links. Oh, links running into the main, but 2 firebats pop out at the perfect time. 2 firebats here, saving the day actually, saving Barracks' skin right now. Looks like he might get 1 more SCV, but overall, Not too much damage from that run by, not too much damage coming from those lings. Just potentially slowing down Barrack's push a little bit here, and it will be that 2-hatch Muta, so taking advantage of the positioning. This is a very nice position to be in for the 2-hatch Muta player. Direct supply, direct lane of supply here across unpassable terrain. Be very hard to cut off the Mutas as they are rallied across the map here. It'll also be hard to sneak any Marines past. What are these medics and firebats doing right now? Oh my goodness, firebat's heading up to the top right-hand corner. That makes sense, but medics following them definitely does not. Now these turrets are very, very late. 2 SCV's gonna die right away here, and he's gonna counter immediately to force the Mutalisk out of his natural. Only 1 sunken colony means Queen has to go back to defend a hatchery here in the top right. That's going to be denied by these 2 firebats, I think. A pretty good move overall by Barracks, making use of those 2 firebats. He won't be able to stop the drone, but he's going to put a lot of pressure on this hatch. Now with only a few Marines left over, eventually Queen should be able to overwhelm this. First group of Medic Marine is going to get picked off, and what does he have back at home? Oh, actually, where is he going? Sending a single Muta. Okay, sending a single Muta to kill the firebat. He's not going to send his whole group. Was a little bit of a weird pattern we saw from Queen, but now he's coming back to re-engage with this. Bit of a misclick there. Should be able to finish this off no problem. 11 Mutas versus just 6-7 Marines. And the Marines are going to go down here, and the medics as well. So a great victory here for Queen. This hidden firebat in the corner could become an issue a little bit later on as drones start to get produced. In a moment of panic, he might be able to throw in a firebat and get a bunch of drone kills at that 3rd base. We'll see if that comes to pass. Now we've got the transition here. 4 racks in the main, straight into a factory. Looks like running through here. Gonna get some kills. This is a very nasty area for these Mutas to wedge themselves in. Gonna get a ton of SCVs here. And Barrack's getting pulled apart a little bit. Looks like he will end up pushing away some of these drones, though. Drones at the top right-hand corner being harassed by this firebat. Starport still yet to finish, and this harassment is going on for a very long time. Queen doing an excellent job of dancing around the turrets in this base, dealing a ton of damage, going after this turret. Bunch more Mutas have grouped up. Oh my god, this is so many Mutas actually. No upgrade finished just yet. That engineering bay, a little bit slow there. Looks like a bunch more SCVs gonna go down here in the back as well. The science facility in a pretty delicate position here. Very hard to defend that location with Mutalisk flying over top. There we go. Gonna pick off this turret as well, and this is getting a bit out of control now. That tank is gonna go down. Looks like 4-kill firebat. That firebat doing so much work. But overall, Queen overwhelming here in the main. Gonna kill off every single Marine and medic and all the turrets here. Just a straight up 2-hatch victory for Queen. Not much else to say about it than that. Completely outplayed here in the main base. GG. Barracks taps out. His positioning, his building positioning, maybe could use some work. Probably regretting placing all those buildings at the bottom part of his base. Queen able to abuse that so hard, getting his Mutas behind the mineral patches where the Marines were not able to move. Wow, a couple of quick games here these last two, but Queen taking them both. Now there's only one player left to stand in his way. It is JYJ. We'll see if he can bring it back for the Terrans, or will Zerg get their first win in several weeks? Let's find out. Okay, some things have changed. Look at that all-kill prize, 800,000 won now instead of 400,000. During the break, tried to use a bit of Google Translate to figure out what happened, but it was tough. I got the gist of it, I think, from Auto Translate on the YouTube channel. By the way, go to KCM's YouTube channel and subscribe. And like a couple of his videos for sure, just support him. But I was using auto translate. It was jank as fuck, but I think I saw that it was the sponsor of the stream, the whatever food delivery service that they have sponsoring them was doubling the all-kill prize, so that's pretty sweet. Bit more money on the line here, 800,000 won. That's a good chunk of change for one of these players to take home. Queen, not one of these players, for Queen to take home if he manages to take down JYJ here. Queen is going to be 12 hatching again. JYJ with the Wallen in the front. And I mean, how can you lose to JYJ here as Queen after taking down Royal? That seems insane, but we'll see. Could happen. Maybe the pressure gonna get to him. No, Queen's not gonna crumble under pressure. What am I saying? He is a 2-time ASL champion. This man lives in three atmospheres of pressure every single day. This guy eats that shit up, so he is going to be fine here. Looks like we've got the wall complete. Oh, he lifts off just in time, lands that barracks down once again. Not going to let the drone inside to see anything. Command center is on the way though, so nothing crazy coming out of JYJ here. Just a normal build. And can you actually see that? I think he might have. No, he didn't. And he can't. He can't see it. Uh-oh. Queen, that's one of those miscouts where it's so close that you might actually be tricked thinking that you should have been able to see it and that there's nothing there. And make a miscalculation. We'll see if he makes that miscalculation depending on whether he throws down a sunken colony or not, because if you're not building a oh god, is he gonna build a sunken? Yeah, if you're not building a command center right now, you're either doing some sort of crazy 2-racks or you are going for a vulture. And yes, he is tricked and falls victim to this. Oh, he sees the 4 Marines. He knows it's not a vulture, and so he will cancel that cancel that sunken colony. So that's good. Was fooled by his own scouting there for a second, but figures it out now and will be fine. Those 4 Marines are coming across the map, though. He does need a few units out here. Wow, that factory is fast. Okay, going right for a factory after this, so a bit of mind games back and forth here between Queen and JYJ. The Spire has been scouted. We've got 4 Marines versus 4 Lings. How is this going to go? Okay, some drones being pulled out here as well. And with 2 more Lings coming up, he should be able to clear this no problem. Really good micro so far. Really good control so far. JYJ with just 2 Marines left could potentially deal some more damage. He has the vision on the minerals though, and a couple more Lings do pop out. And with the 2 more Lings popping, he should be able to clean this up. Oh, the Ling just glitched there for a second. 3-kill Marine, but one last shot there from the drone finishes that off. 2 more factories. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, this is going to be bad for Queen. Queen, with no sunken colony, is going to find the vulture here in the middle of the map. We'll end up losing both of these lings, and could end up losing quite a few drones here as well. He's going to be panic producing Zerglings here to try and hold this off. Some mutas are on the way, but he has to hang on here for another minute or so. Oh, okay, all the drones going to go in this inside the main. Only one ends up getting picked off so far. This is a good hold so far from Queen, but the second ling does go down. There's the first muta. How many more lings can he get? 1. Oh, he gets 1 more drone there. 6-kill vulture, not too shabby. And yeah, that's a great start. It is going to be a mech build from JYJ. He's building the turrets back at home. He doesn't have any Goliaths so far, but he's played a brilliant mind game back and forth here between Queen, or with Queen, tricking him into thinking he was going into a vulture and then pushing out with Marines and then actually going for a vulture. Quite the mind game there indeed. And now Queen is teched pretty hard into mutas here, just to find that his opponent has already built 6 Goliaths in the main and a bunch of turrets, so there's not really much he can do besides hit a few of those outlying buildings and fly away. So Queen in a tough spot here. All of his reads have been wrong so far. I guess he was right at first to imagine there was a vulture, but the cancel on the sunken colony actually hurt him very, very badly. Now, still producing mutas here. What's Queen's long-term plan? The base in the top right-hand corner is going to be hard to hold. There's no good place to put sunken colonies there, and lurkers are a million years away, so he's going to have to potentially hold on with pure muta against this beefed out mech army. No economic damage has been done to JYJ thus far, so his timing attack is going to be super powerful. Now, 2 vultures are out on the map. If they find that base in the top right-hand corner, it's probably lights out for Queen. He's gonna lose every single drone. He's building a sunken colony up there. That's not going to help too much, as the drones are all going to be dead before that sunken colony ever finishes. Yeah, 5 drones up here. All of them going to go down. That's so painful. JYJ getting himself into a better and better spot. The all kill slipping out of his fingers right now. Queen desperately trying to figure out a way that he can bring this one back. He's gonna need a miracle here in order to take this win. JYJ still sitting back. He's actually gone into a science facility, so there is a late game here for JYJ as well. It's not just a big 1-1 timing attack into nothing. He has the potential to go late. Picking off these 2 turrets, probably the most useless thing you could possibly do right now as Queen. Taking a ton of damage from all the ranged Goliaths as well, and losing drones in the top right-hand corner as well. Every single drone, 4 kills on that vulture. So frustrating here, but Queen gonna soldier on with the additional hatches and a Hydralisk Den popping out. You can see the plans are forming here for him, but I think it's going to be too little too late, man. He has very, very little economy at this point, and the Goliath force that's moving out right now is insane. Such a big army here with mines placed around the map as well. He's even kind of obfuscated his move out here by hiding behind these mines, just dragging the Mutalisk around this army, this massive army of +1 Goliaths, kind of hidden out here on the map, hidden in plain sight. Gonna move now towards the natural of Queen. Uh-oh. Is spotted here by the Mutas. We can see the trades are so bad for Queen every single time he takes a fight with these Mutas. This is not a full-on engage. He's gonna take a ton of damage on the retreat, so a drop here into the main as well. Wow, JYJ, unbelievable here. The outplay is insane. Another drop into the natural as well. Gonna go after some drones. Fortunately, there are Hydras to defend here, but that was a ton more drone damage that Queen really can't afford to take at this point. Huge group of Goliaths just pouring across the map here. Will we have a tank as well? I think just one tank will be fine. Force the Mutas to engage while shooting down the sunken colonies here, and he should be good to go. Only one sunken at the moment, and a small group of Hydras is all he's got. He's gonna come out and try to take this fight, but this is looking brutally bad for Queen. Hydras all die immediately, and the Mutas are once again forced back. There's the engagement with the sunken colonies. He's gonna take this fight now. An instant target and finish on that sunken. Now all the Mutas go down, and this should be GG here shortly. JYJ still rallying across. Nice micro as well, just pulling back the weakened Goliaths, and GG is finally called. Queen taps out, and JYJ is victorious. Man, that sucks. Losing the double all-kill prize after taking down Royal, Barracks, and Bisu. He ends up losing to JYJ. What the heck? That is unfortunate to say the least. Now, we're gonna have one final game here, guys. It's JYJ versus Hero. I'm putting my money on Hero, but JYJ, man, he surprised me there in this game. He definitely surprised Queen with that Vulture play. That was unexpected for sure. I think that Queen thought he had the read, but canceling the sunken colony, obviously not the right decision in the end, getting picked apart piece by piece. Now, how is Hero going to deal with JYJ? That's coming up in our final game. The Queen is dead. Long live the Queen. It is now Hero, the ringer for the Zerg squad. Here in the top right hand corner, over in the top left, it is JYJ. We are, of course, on Nemesis. Quite a crazy map. Can lead to some really wild plays. We'll see if JYJ wants to go for mech again. I liked it last game. It was a very standard old style of playing mech. We've seen some cool innovations in that space recently, with notable players going for Valkyrie into mech play, but that was just straight up mech. Good old 3 factory upgrade mech. Didn't even need to get into those later upgrades though. I think +2 is probably on the way, but the game was over before that came into play. So in this game, I think Hero gonna be a little bit more cautious. Make sure his scouting is on point here. Doesn't want to get caught with his pants down in the same fashion that Queen did in that last game. And he is going to be going for that 12 hench into pool extractor, so everything looking pretty normal here from Hero so far. Same goes for this side here with JYJ going for the wall. Gonna keep this SCV on the outside, and the drone not able to get in here as well. Well, since we have a bit of downtime here, we just want to say Merry Christmas to everyone who's watching on release of this video. Just getting prepared here ourselves as well. I'm gonna have a Christmas dinner pretty soon. It's gonna be a bit of a strange Christmas dinner, but it'll be something. It'll be fun. Here in Colombia, I think they take it pretty seriously down here. I've seen a lot of Christmas decorations and everything. People seem really into it, so that's cool. Uh-oh. JYJ hiding his command center once again. Not able to see that. There's the refinery, and I think there's a second barracks in the main, so he's going 2 racks play. Not going to go for another mech build. But this time, without seeing the command center, Hero is not going to be throwing... No, he does throw down the creep colony. So he gets tricked this time. If this finishes... Yeah, he is getting tricked, man. But he doesn't want to make the same mistake that Queen made in that last one, canceling the sunken colony and then getting surprised by a vulture. So he is going to let this one finish. This is not something that he needs right now. It is a wasted drone and some wasted money, so that's unfortunate. However, he is going to be safe here. Spire on the way, and just a straight up 2 hatch muta play. This is not too bad, this positioning. A 2.5 hatch actually. Interesting stuff. So pulling out this more modern build here. Final game of the night, 2.5 hatch. We'll see how it goes. This does slow down the Mutalist by a fractional amount, just a small amount here. However, it is going to leave the Zerg player with quite a bit of extra larva, the second creep colony coming down. As the marine push comes across the map, these two sunken colonies should be enough to ward away a small group of medic marine until the Mutalists do pop out. So producing some lings as well, just to be extra safe here. We'll see if this engagement does come. Ooh, taking some damage on that medic. Maybe you can go for it. No speed on these lings, so it's a bit tough. Trying to jump on top of this. Quick turnaround there, and JYJ gets a couple kills. Now, Mutalist should be on the way here, though. Won't be a full wave like a 2 hatch player or a full 6 mutas. It's probably just going to be 3 or 4 to start things out, and then more and more pouring in as time goes on. There's the first couple of mutas, just getting there, killing off that SCV, and now probably these lings that have been produced will go to work picking off simulators around the map, trying to close off some of these areas so that JYJ can't easily attack into the center right or the top center. All the mutas heading towards the natural area. It is a difficult area to defend. Let's see how JYJ handles this. That's quite a few turrets, but SCVs are unfortunately behind the mineral patches. Those are very easy to pick off. All 3 turrets are firing at the same time, but these 2 mineral patches pretty annoying here, leading the SCVs to drop very low and become very easy targets for these Mutalists to hit. Now, losing quite a bit of health on those Mutas, he is going to have to back off for now. However, that was a decent start to the Mutalist harassment. 3 barracks play the decision here for JYJ. Looks like a base going to come up in the bottom right, but Hero already going up towards his hive here. Getting prepared for the late game transition. This is a very conservative way to play for the Zerg. Waiting on getting that third hatchery in the bottom right until everything else is kind of in place here. Making sure he has all those buildings down and the tank is already on the way before adding to that economy. Now, these damaged mutalisks are a bit brittle. Gotta be careful with engaging these marines here. Got Hive coming up, evolution chambers as well, and JYJ powering up now. Is he gonna go for a tank push here before the tank is finished for his opponent? It's definitely a possibility at this point. Single factory, single starport means push is imminent. Tanks are going to be rallying across the map. The siege mode should be finished here in just a moment. This will be a hard push to hold for Hero. Maybe if he can pick off a tank as they're coming across the map, he may stand a little bit more of a chance. Yeah, this is a great opportunity. He's going for it. Tank is under threat. There we go. He picks off the tank. There's a Valkyrie. Can he get the Valkyrie as well? Oh my goodness. He gets the tank and the Valkyrie. That is a huge move for Hero. Going to put him in a much better position. Oh, the second tank as well. That is massive, massive for our Zerg player. No way to push through here anymore. You can see he even added on sunken colonies just in case those tanks managed to make it across the map. Dropship here, threading the needle between these two overlords' vision. May end up making its way down to the bottom right and dealing some significant damage. We'll see. And Nidus Network on the way here. Bunch of lurkers are prepared, but I don't think he's ready for this drop that's about to occur. Oh, dropship a little bit slow, lagging behind. Those mutas are coming up. Is he going to catch this drop as it's coming in? I don't think so. Oh boy. Pushing the mutalisks away here. He is going to get the drop inside, but the Ling there sees this drop coming through, and the mutas are going to immediately jump on top of this. Not too many mutas left over. Only about 5 remain here. However, another drop going to come through. Every single marine as it's popping out getting killed off here. A few lurkers are going to be pushed up as well and should be able to stop this in its tracks. Great defense here by Hero. And JYJ just getting shut down every single way, man. There's... Oh god, this is looking really bad now. Hero is so far ahead with the Ultralisk Cavern on the way now. His drone count in the bottom right is looking fantastic. That first dropship not making itself worth it. Losing a ton of Marine Medic there. Of course, that first tank push also getting shut down in fantastic fashion. There's the Defiler now with his Dark Swarm prepped and ready. God, that's a lot of lurkers as well. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do here as JYJ? There's really not a whole lot you can do, to be honest. Armor 1 also finished here for Hero. I think he's probably a little behind on the upgrades, but being even on upgrades here is fantastic. Regardless for Hero. There's the Dark Swarm. This area is now impenetrable. Couple more Defilers going to make their way up here. Only one single Science vessel, so that's no good. You won't be able to break through this area with the continuous Defilers pumping out and throwing down Dark Swarms. This 4th base is on the way and about to be finished, and a Hail Mary drop gonna come through. Oh, Plague! Oh my god, all of the Marines walking forward. That Plague was insane. Oh man. Look at how much ketchup is on those Marines. They're already red, but slathered now in ketchup. Very, very little HP to their name. 3 drops gonna come through here into the main of the bottom right hand corner, but oh god, so much is prepared here and ready to go. Ling's gonna run forward. The lurker's already in position, and Dark Swarm gonna be thrown down here to save everything. Uh-oh, Firebats. Could they actually get on top of these drones? Firebats actually wandering around the drones, or around the Marines here, not able to get in position. Bunch of drones do end up going down, and the Nidus will get killed as well. I thought this was going to be held easily by a hero, but so far a pretty decent amount of damage. Another drop going to come through. 2 more drop ships going to come here into the main base. Let's see how much damage he can do here. Okay, splitting it off into the natural. Scourge. Oh, great dodge. Whoa. Really, really good dodge there from JYJ to keep that alive. And now he's actually going to deal some more damage. Killing off more drones here in the 4th base is huge. Looks like all of the Marines have just about been cleaned up, but this is crazy amounts of damage, man. So many drones have died. The 3rd gas was killed. This base not mining, this base not mining. This is not looking good, man. I thought that Hero was gonna take this away no problem, but JYJ with the drop and the micro skills there, keeping his dropships alive for an inordinate amount of time now. A counterattack here, but only +3 is done on these the armor for these ultras, so breaking into the natural gonna be tough. There is a defiler though. This can become very, very problematic for the Terran player with the Dark Swarm here on the natural. There's not a whole lot you can do. He's gonna throw down another Dark Swarm. Finally, the science vessels are here, but so many SCVs are exposed at this moment, and the defiler finally is going to go down. There we go. The ultras have all been irradiated. Needs to get in there on top of the SCVs though. SCVs are a big target here, especially when you are irradiated. You can do a ton more damage. Here we go. Gonna lose the drops. I saw a whole bunch more Scourge. There they are, looking for the science vessels as well. He's going after some supply depots here, but there's definitely better targets to be found in the Terran Natural. Yeah, single Ultralist standing on top of the SCVs with a radiate on him is insane. It does so much damage. And it can absolutely massacre a mineral line. Oh god, this Nidus Canal. Are you shitting me? Is he gonna actually get this? No. Okay, Lings are produced. And finish that off. Couple of battle cruisers making their way over to the natural now, and this is where things start to get out of control. The battle cruisers come in here. You're gonna have to produce a ton of Scourge in order to deal with that. Great dodging there from JYJ, but he does end up losing the drop ship, coming in here to the back of the 4th base, dealing a bunch of damage. There's some Scourge finally popping out, but the Scourge gonna get massacred by these irradiates. Wow, huge irradiates there, and the mutas all get picked off as well. There's a good plague, but a base down in the bottom left-hand corner is being held by JYJ. This is a real serious problem. Defiler here. Plague on the bunker. What is he doing? What is he doing? Okay, maybe a plague there. Bunch of links being sent down to the bottom left. Did he not throw down any spells? I guess not. Ton more Scourge being produced. Oh, a bunker with the fire bat. Brutal for oh my god, Hero getting a ton of kills here. 4 more science vessels go down in that group. With so much going on the map, it's hard to keep track of everything. Here we go, another group here in the middle of the map, gonna throw down another Dark Swarm and potentially clear this group of Medic Marine. No, Medic Marine gonna pick off that. Oh, That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Battlecruiser there on a right click. Gets killed by just a small group of Scourge. That's very efficient for Hero. Have to go ahead and head back home now. Hero on 4 gas once again. He does have decent upgrade for armor. He needs to finish off that last Carapace upgrade. But Hero not finished his attack upgrade either. Big flank here. Ultra's going to come forward and crush this army. He will make a eraser trick here and try to kill as many drones as he can. While all this is going on, oh, a couple Scourge here. Can be sent to pick this off. And not too many kills on that science vessel either. Getting cleared away. Hero, though, still with a solid defense here in the bottom right-hand corner. Still sitting on 4 gas. JYJ still growing, though. Into the bottom left. He's got more bases coming up in that location. But can he deal with this counterattack? 5 Ultralists here. Diving atop these Marines, just crushing them. The reinforcements coming back here, and with this, he should be able to clear it. Marines are dying very, very quickly, though. That's a lot. Oh, another battlecruiser going down in the middle of the map. Frustrating to send out battlecruisers and keep on producing them over and over and just get picked off by small groups of Scourge. I think it's 4 or 5 Scourge taking out a battlecruiser each time. Now finally 5 armor is done. Do we have +3 attack on these Marines? I'm not sure. Should be done shortly if it's not done already. +3 is in fact done. But this base is under serious threat. I love the positioning of this bunker here, actually. If you're a Terran player, I would totally copy this. So hard to break that bunker with SCVs surrounding it. But he does eventually break through that and will clear out this bottom left-hand corner base. Every single SCV has gone down. JYJ will wind up cleaning this, but his SCV number has been drastically cut. Whoa, an Ultralist in the main base. I don't know where that came from. Sitting there with 8 kills and 43 HP in the Terran main. He is way behind enemy lines. Here we go. Battlecruisers coming into the natural do get plagued immediately. And GG is called. JYJ taps out. Hero is victorious. Zerg laughs once more. It's been a little while since they managed to best the Terrans, but finally, with this reduced lineup here, I'll say, Royal JYJ Barracks not able to take it home. It was close, though. Very, very close. And Protoss once again falls first. Well, quite a good week of KCM. A few shorter games, a lot of upsets, but overall a very fun week to usher in the Christmas season. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. We're going to go on to our score screen now. Let's talk about the placements. All right, there you guys have it. We are at the end of week 6, 8 points for Terran, 7 points for Zerg, and 3 points for Protoss. It's been a rough season for Protoss. Not as rough as Terran last season, but not doing so hot here. Zerg finally bringing it back, making a splash here in game number 6. You can see they've only taken 2nd place in most of the weeks so far, but finally able to top Terran. I'm not sure how they actually decide what players to bring out each week, but I felt like that was a little bit imbalanced, the lineup there, with 2 players who, in my opinion, not S tier, in JYJ and Barracks. Definitely S tier on the ladder. I'm not saying that, but in the rankings of pro gamers who compete in ASL, I don't put them in the very top echelons. I feel like Terrans, Light, Royal, Rush, Flash, these are the best players in the world. But I mean, JYJ, he did do a pretty decent job at taking down Queen. That's something anyway. And Royal, of course, as always, putting out a good show. Queen taking him down, super big upset there, I feel. With Royal just completely at the top of his game, but I digress, guys. This is the end. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a happy Christmas season. And I'm glad that you've come to spend it with me. Thank you again, all the Patreon supporters, and those of you who like the video and subscribe. Much appreciated. See you guys in the next week.